Hello and welcome to Comics with Stevey D, episode 126, an unboxing. And I got several things coming in the mail, so I really am not sure what this is. It's coming from my comic shop. I got a couple of things coming. I won an auction and I bought some books. And this is kind of light feeling. So it might be what I won in the auction. Be careful not to get all this cardboardy stuff out. All right. Oh, this is what I won in the auction. And it's some neat stuff. Got to separate it from a little more cardboard. Yeah. And one of the things I won is very nostalgic for me because when I was a kid, it was all about Apollo and Gemini and the moon landing and astronauts and circling the globe and making it to the moon and back. Well, I got a book. It's not exactly a comic book. It's more of a magazine anthology, and it's called Fandom's Agent, number 8. And it has a really nice image of an Apollo astronaut and the rocket and the moon and moon scenes. So I'm going to open it up a little further. It's from 1968. I remember bidding on it because it came out a week after the moon landing. So that time was very special to me as a child because I was fascinated by all this stuff. They wrapped it good. And it's in really good shape. And the back has artwork on it. I have to cover up a little bit of it. The lady. But the cover's by Dick Mosso, 1969. And it's published on a highly irregular basis. And inside, there's supposed to be, it has neat artwork, what I'm looking at, an anthology of stories and artwork, and also things about the moon landing. There's a Tarzan story in kind of gray colors. And there was other artwork, and I'm looking for the Apollo stuff. They got pictures from monster movies in here. The Mickey Mouse stuff. And it's just an unusual magazine. And I'm going to read it and let you know more about it in the future. That is one of the things, and I bid on it. I bid $3. No one else bid. And I think it's worth $3 just for the historical interest. So I was very happy to win an auction for $3. And the other book I'm working on, my Tales of Suspense run. Just chiseling away at it a little bit at a time. And I bid on this one. And I'll tell you what I did in a moment. Oh, okay, this is it. This is the first appearance of Whiplash, which is really cool to have. And it's in a little tanning, but it's real nice. No chipping and no color breaks. The staples are pretty good. There's a corners. It looks pretty good. And that's number 97 I'm adding to my collection. I bid $17 on this. And I wasn't going to bid anymore if it was going to go up. I was going to wait for another auction. But I had seen it several times in other auctions. And it was one I was bidding on, but everybody was bidding into the 20s, 23, 27, 29. I didn't want to go that high for this book. So I'm happy to add this to my Tales of Suspense, Iron Man, Captain America collection. And then there was a couple of books that I bought. And one of them is a super cool Captain America book, #1 from 2022. And it's, if I bring it in real close, it's kind of like a mosaic. And I'm going to open it up, and I always take the tape off. I hate tape. And I'm going to see who the cover artist is, because I think there was one American Indian that passed away that did artwork kind of in this style. So let me get out my handy dandy flashlight and see who the cover artist is. Variant cover artist, let's see. Well, I know how to figure out which this is #1, the 4th variant from that little barcode box. And they usually put the artist in order. So it's not Joshua Cassera or Dejo Lima or Turin Clark, but it could be John Marudis, or Julian Tanto Tedesco. That's who I think it is. And it's not Scotty Young. I really like that artwork. It's very cool, very mosaic, and their words are in there, and Stoneface, Superior, the Demon Druid, Constrictor, the Man Brute, Nightshade, Dr. Faustus. His face is Red Guardian. Jack Kirby's name is on there, and Hydra. So he's surrounded by the names, if you look around the border, of villains, Captain American villains, and possibly some creators of the comic book. And see what the interior art. Oh, I like the interior art too. Let me find one where. There, that's a pretty good one. A kind of a flashback scene, from, you know. And the interior artist is Carmen Carnero. So I bought that $2.50, which I'm happy to add that to my collection. And I added 2 other books. Iron Cat. I like this. Iron Cat is associated with Iron Man. So I haven't read it, but I think she may be wearing some form of Iron Man armor, kind of like the armored Spider-Man armor. When he likes somebody, he usually armors them up. Let me get this tape off before there's a disaster and show you a little bit of the interior art. It's a variant, and it's variant cover #3. So let's see who the artist was. Ron Lim and Israel Silva. Let's see if, yep. And if you look real close there, you can read it there. So it's cool knowing how to figure out who the variant cover artist is. Let's look at the interior art. Pretty good. She smashed it through a window on this one. I'll enjoy reading this, and I'll add it to my Iron Man collection. And the last book I got, let me get the tape off, is a Fusion book. And a Fusion is a 17-issue science fiction book. And it usually has a story or two in back. And the interiors are black and white. And there's a sample of the interior art. There's a bigger picture that you can see, which is kind of cool. And in the back, they have it's like an anthology. I like this guy right here. The penciling on this is so cool. If you look at the shading on the car, just using black and white or pencils or whatever he did in it, he created all those tones in the spectrum of black and white. And I like that artist right there. Joe Pearson and Dave Simmons were the artists on that. Oh, there's some cool spacecraft and an explosion scene up top. So I'll add this to my space book collections. And then there's like underground comic book artwork on the next guy. So you get the main story in Fusion, which they have terrific covers. So I only need 2 or 3 more and I can have completed the run. And this is from 1989. And it's Sal somebody. I can't read it. Well, let me use my Galicia. 1989. This comes in handy for my old eyes. It's an Eclipse comic. I'll give you another interior shot. She's in action right there. It's a female's the main character, but she's surrounded by a motley crew of alien space beings and other humanoid type figures. So this has been an unboxing of my fandom book, homage to the moon landing from when I was a kid, my Captain America mosaic cover, which I really like, the Iron Cat, my Fusion book, and last but not least, my Tales of Suspense first appearance of Whiplash, issue number 97. It's a 12-center. So that completes the show, and I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, everyone.